Sometimes my collecting needs a mission, and for this mission, I might just need to use the Force to pull it off. My God, I'm a nerd. Well, hello there everybody, I'm Photo Dave, this is Toypixx, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my mission to go back and correct that one collecting regret I've had for quite some time. That regret being missing out on earlier SH Figuarts Star Wars action figures. By the way, I just pointed to all these. That one's the only SHF. Never troop build the expensive stuff. But before I get into that, remember that I'll have product links in the video description below, so if you see anything and you decide to pick something up, please go through those links. Helps out the channel, helps me put my plan in action, and saves you money, especially if you go to Entertainment Earth and go to the in-stock items and just use the code Toypixx. That way, you'll get 10% off in-stock items, and if you spend $39 or more, you'll get free domestic shipping. Yes, friends, save money. Help me build the army. Now, with that, let's get to this video. The plan is simple. First, I look and I decide what are the figures I'm going for first, and here's what I'm doing. I'm starting with A New Hope. That's right, friends, we are loading up on Star Wars A New Hope figures from SH Figuarts, and we're going to throw in a Black Series one as well, because SH Figuarts will never make it, and this Black Series one, it looks pretty darn good. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to start out by just saving up a little bit, and we're going to try and pick up one of these SHF figures every 2 months. Now, it might be that everything that I'm working on suddenly just hits exponential growth, and one day I don't have any of them, and the next day I have all of them. But for now, we're going to be working on just one every couple months. So what does that mean for me? That means be very careful on surprise purchases. Things that just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and you look at it and you're like, man, I kind of want that. I'm really tempted to get that. Because eyes on the prize. Now, to start, we've got to be careful. We can't get too crazy. The first figure I'll be going for is Grand Moff Tarkin. That's right, we're starting out with the Black Series. We're going to start slow. We're going to go kind of what's less expensive and work our way up to most expensive. So this first one, Grand Moff Tarkin, is from the Star Wars Black Series line. And again, as I said in a previous video, I don't want to pick on these teams anymore. I might want to pick on him, though. What a jerk. Time to time. And this Grand Moff Tarkin is beautiful. He looks just like Peter Cushing. They did a great job. And what's nice here is when I usually talk about wanting complete figures, Tarkin here, he doesn't need a bunch of hand and head accessories. All he did was stand around and tell people to do little things like blow up planets. So really, this Black Series figure is pretty perfect for me. So, by the end of March, Tarkin will be mine. Now, next up, we have the New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi from SH Figuarts. Now, he looks like he's probably the next one as far as price is concerned, and I love the look. I love the likeness to Alec Guinness. I love that he comes with all kinds of hands. I'm not so sure I love that he comes with the plastic cloak. I might end up making adjustments there, but I don't know. I won't know until I get it in hand. All I know is when I look at this, I see the Obi-Wan that I grew up with. Ah. So wise. Okay, Dave, move along. So there you go. By May, Obi-Wan will be mine. Now, by July, the next one I'm looking at is everyone's favorite scruffy-looking nerf herder, Han Solo. Now, I gotta tell ya, one, this Han Solo by SHF looks incredible. This is the Han Solo I've wanted for the past several years, and was just collecting cheaper action figures at the time they were out, not thinking that I should go for the higher end stuff, and man, when I consider the photography and all the options, I was wrong, but something else here. Han Solo is in my top 3 favorite original trilogy characters, those 3 being Darth Vader, Yoda, and Han Solo. All 3 of them jump around in that top 3 ranking depending on the day, but I'll be very excited to get this figure because who doesn't love Han? That brings us to the end of September, and ladies and gentlemen, by the end of September, I want the first of everybody's favorite droid pair. That's right. I needs me some R2-D2 from SHF. This figure, from what I understand from watching everybody else's reviews, is pretty much the perfect R2-D2 at the perfect size for any Star Wars collection. And what I really like about SHF is how well they blend in with Black Series size-wise. Everything seems to match close enough. Sometimes it's not perfect, but the 2 lines intermingle pretty nicely, and who doesn't love them some R2, which is pretty much how I finished Han. Yeah, anyway, end of September. Next up on this crazy list is Princess Leia Organa from SH Figuarts. Now this one's a little dicey because if I'm honest, I'm not as big a fan of the likeness as I am of all the other ones that I've mentioned thus far. But she comes with so much. She comes with a second faceplate. She comes with what looks like at least 2 extra pairs of hands, a couple guns, the little hood that she pulls over her face when she's recording the message for R2, all those things, and she'll just pair really well. But one thing I might consider doing for her, I might see if I can find a comparable Black Series head, although from what I've seen so far, I don't think Black Series has done a New Hope Leia's head any better than SHF has. But maybe by then, we'll see what happens. But aside from that face portrait, yay redundancy, she looks just about perfect. So yeah, November, Princess Leia Organa, and if I'm honest, I should have hit growth by then and should probably be able to pick up all the ones I need, but it's always possible I blow it. Ooh. This brings me to the end of January 2024, and by then, ladies and gentlemen, by gosh, if I've done everything exactly as I am right now, oh sadness, I would have the second half of everybody's favorite droid pair, C-3PO. Yes, friends, C-3PO is the perfect comedy in Star Wars. Let me explain what I mean by that. In the prequels, you had Jar Jar. Okay, enough said. That's basically all I have for C-3PO is the perfect comic relief in all of Star Wars, and I will be stoked to get him because everything I've seen looks like the SHF C-3PO pairs perfectly with the SHF R2, who pairs perfectly with basically any 1/12th Star Wars collection. Now, if I haven't done much to improve Toypixx and other things I'm working on, by March 2024, I will have A New Hope Darth Vader. Yes, friends, this is Return of the Jedi, so do I really need A New Hope Darth Vader? Yes, I do, and here's why. For whatever reason, Darth Vader was always one of the coolest characters to me growing up. Even though now I see him and I'm like, aw, poor guy doesn't like sand. When I was a kid growing up, he was evil incarnate who suddenly just turned it around like that, realized, oh my gosh, I've got to save my kid, and then in the last 10 minutes after doing that, dies. It was the perfect villain turned hero arc. Big fan, big fan. Now I look at him and like I say, I just feel sad for him. But back then, I was like, ooh, this guy's awesome. So yeah, all that to say, I do need the A New Hope Darth Vader. That takes us to May of 2024, perhaps May the 4th, because I'll be feeling a certain kind of way on Star Wars Day. I will be picking up the A New Hope Luke Skywalker. That's right, friends. I look at this thing and I just see absolute perfection. From what I've seen on reviews, the only thing it could use is maybe a little less gold in the hair, but when I see this, it's kind of like that same vibe I get with a Han Solo figure, where you're just looking at it and you're going, that is Luke. there's no doubt that is the perfect 1/12 scale Luke, and so he's gonna have to be mine. I mean, like I said, man, I'm building out a New Hope collection. I'm going back and correcting my mistakes when it came to SHF, and you can't correct those mistakes, especially when you're talking A New Hope and even the original trilogy, without picking up Luke Skywalker. Am I right? Yes. Yes, I am. And finally, by the time July of 2024 rolls around, I will have picked up Chewbacca from A New Hope, the SH Figuarts version, because let's just look at this picture real quick here. Look at how that looks with Han. Now, arguably, Chewie is a little short, but he comes with 3 extra hands, he comes with an angry face, he comes with his crossbow. I can't say no to this Chewbacca. Plus, with all those options, he's just the most photogenic Chewie out there. And that is the point of everything I do when it comes to this collection. It's getting the most photogenic figures I can to be added to this collection so I can take fun photos, because if I don't have those options, you stay, then I'm not going to have as much fun taking photos, and well, that makes the hobby a whole lot less fun for me, and that makes me sad. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got. That is my plan, to go back and fix that collecting regret I have from all those many years ago. So let's hear from you. What collecting regrets do you have? And do you have a plan in place to go back and fix them up? Drop them in the comments, because I want to check them out. I think we can help each other figure out how to pull all this off. So, thanks as always for checking out the video. I certainly appreciate it. And until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya.